Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Expansion Pack podcast, where we download this week's gaming news and we bring it straight to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's episode 70. I'm your host, Denzel, aka Black Ice, joined by my co-host each and every week. Starting off with my guy to the right here, Mr. Goopmaster Flex. What's going on, bro?
You already know, looking scruffy duffy, but gooping and hooping.
Gooping and hooping all day. All right. Then we got my boy
Last
down
time
low. Speaking of hooping, man in the paint down low. May 25th. Mr. 525. What's up, bro?
It's good. You know what I'm saying? Again, I've been saying it for a couple weeks now. Really good time to be a Boston fan. And it's also a good time to talk about some games. You know what I'm saying? So
it's always a good time to talk about some games.
We're here.
We've reached that weird, I like to call it silly season. There's not really too many announcements right now. I think we're waiting for E3. Even though it doesn't exist this year, I'm still gonna call it E3. Waiting for that time frame where you get all the new games and all that. Summer Games Fest, Xbox Showcase, which we'll talk about. But yeah, before we get into the stories for the week, Chris, you already know what it is, man. Let's break the ice.
The icebreaker, everybody. It's actually starting to get warm up here in the Northeast, but we still gonna be breaking some ice, just like we having a barbecue or something. You go out and you get one of those big bags of ice, and it be all blocked up, and you gotta break it. So we ain't doing no ding. We gotta one of those. You know what I'm saying? You gotta throw the bag on the ground. Anyways, question for this week. What's one character in a video game or within the franchise that you're like, yo, this dude is cool as fuck, but they just kind of don't do enough with? As we were talking before the camera even got recording, if it was a movie situation, we'd have a plethora of answers for sure, because it's really easy to do it with movies. But in video games, if I had to pick anybody, it would be a weird answer, I guess, but honestly, it would probably be Gary Oak from Pokemon, dog. And the reason why I say this, hear me out for a second. Let's give me a little soft. The way booked Gary in the franchise, they wrote him in there. They made him seem like he was that dude, right? Like that dude. Feel me? If you recall, I'm pretty sure most of us have seen at least the first season of Pokemon when we were kids. If you recall, Ash was always struggling to kind of get to his milestones. Mm-hmm. And I remember there's one episode where Gary just pulls up and Gary's like, what? How many badges you got? And he pops open his case and you only need 8 badges. And Man's had 10 badges. And we were like, bro, where did he even get the other 2 badges from in kids? Where? But the thing with Gary was that it was almost like he was lore. You know what I'm saying? Because they never truly showed him be great. Ever. Not really, no. It's just they always kind of talked about it. This is Gary Oak. This is Oak's grandchild. And he's clearly either at Ash's level or a little bit above it, because Ash is always trying to get to it. Ash just won his first Pokemon League ever, a couple years ago, in the 20 plus years of Pokemon being on. But Gary, when they bring Gary up, you'd be like, hey, yo, don't even ask no questions about Gary, cuz it's Gary. You know what I mean? Don't ask no questions about this dude. Don't ask nothing. So I wish they would have done more with him. His greatness, because I think he was such a really cool character. He oozed confidence, even in the video games, right? The old school ass Game Boy, not even color, Game Boy games, where you're picking your starter Pokemon or whatever, and he's a complete head. Even during that whole thing, still kind of give him this bravado of, I'm that dude, you're chasing me the entire game. Cause if I wanted Mewtwo, I could have him. But you know what I'm saying? This is how they talk about this kid. He's a prodigy. That's exactly how so why did we never get to see more of his prodiginess, man? I think that would have been mad cool, man. This is Gary Oak talking about, bro. This dude, if they decided one day to put him in Smash as a character, I'm not mad at that because it's Gary Oak. But understand why he should be in it, but we never seen it.
Yeah, we never got it realized who he really was supposed to be. I feel that.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that's my dude right there. They should have did a lot more. They should have at least given him a solid 20 minutes in one episode one time to just kind of like go all out.
Yeah.
His whole team. I don't even know all his mods. I just know a couple of them, but I know they real. I know they real. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's my answer, Gary O.
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a couple things from Pokemon I could grab too. Like I feel like Mew was always an overhyped Pokemon, and I feel like that never, in my opinion, never got flushed out the way Mew was supposed to be the god of Pokemon, right? Like no Pokemon could touch him. And
I will say this. I think they're gonna give him a Legends game at some point after how good this last one did. Mew's getting a game. He's definitely getting a game. Or they might get Mew and Mewtwo a game together, I think. Happening. I know it. I feel it.
Okay. All right, well, Manny, what you got from me, man?
Yeah, and I think it's a fitting answer for one of the topics of today, but I just feel like one character that didn't get enough love that I feel like should have is Ghost from Modern Warfare 2. The original Modern Warfare 2, not what's to come. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, everybody loved Ghost. It was just like one of those things where it was like unwritten rule. If you didn't love Ghost, just get out of here. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, like, I feel like a badass character like Ghost, like they could have capitalized on like a whole game dedicated to him with like a backstory and why he is Ghost the way he is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they kind of failed that when they did release like Call of Duty Ghost using his name, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be about Ghost," and it's like, no, the Ghost is a squad of 8 people that survived this one war. But like, I feel like they kind of missed that capitalization on that, and hopefully with the new Modern Warfare 2, we'll maybe see more of Ghost. So like, I would say, yeah, definitely he could have had like at least a backstory, something. I just feel like they just they had him in the game. He was there. He did his thing, and the next thing you know, Shepard killed him, and we're here where we're at today.
I think
Still
he does have a backstory though. No, I can't
that's
remember
where I'm
what it
lost
is.
at. Like what?
But I feel like he had a backstory. I just don't think it was
I don't
spelled out
remember.
in the main storyline.
I don't remember like doing anything that had to do with the backstory Ghost. I mean, you could be right. I know they're like dabbling into a little more with like the recent Modern Warfare. They brought Ghost in. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of like did their little season, like little cutscenes and everything like that, where you see Ghost here and there, which was like pretty cool. I respect them because they're trying to like give him a little story, I guess, before the next Modern Warfare. So hopefully we'll see more of them in the next Modern Warfare 2. I mean, he was already teased and everything like that. So
yeah. I'm trying to see him be the main character in this next one. I mean, like you said, we're gonna get into it in a little bit, but some of the teasers that have been coming out for the new Call of Duty seem to be focusing on Ghost. So I'm hoping he's maybe like a focal point to the story, because that'll be really dope. But yeah, no, I could see that. So that's an easy answer, Manny, because you know what's coming. But that's all right. That's all right. I like it though. I still like it. So I had an answer before we started recording, but something that Chris said for whatever reason just triggered a core memory in my mind, so I had to switch it up. Has nothing to do with his answer, by the way. But I'm gonna go into I'm gonna reach back into the annals of Gears of War history here, and I feel like the Berserker from the very first game, and Chris, I know you know the Berserker damn well. It's probably one of my top 10 gaming memories is playing Gears of War with this man.
I don't know what he's talking about, y'all.
Oh man, yo, my guy
that's good.
got trampled by a Berserker. For those of y'all who don't know, Berserker from the original Gears of War was a creature that couldn't see you, but it could hear you. Right?
I saw it.
It was massive, like lurking character, and the only way you could kill it was with the Hammer of Dawn. That's another thing they need to bring back too, because I don't know. I feel like they didn't utilize the Hammer of Dawn the way they used to utilize it in the original game. But anyways, bring back the Berserker, man, because that created some of the most tense and like fun moments I've ever had in a video game, like dealing with that Berserker. Like Gears of War is not a horror game. It's it's like vehemently an action game. There's damn near no horror element to it, but that's the closest they got to horror was that damn Berserker just coming out of nowhere and you try to like survive and like hide behind cover and whatnot and have it not kill you. Man, the scream I that this man Chris let out.
So we can go to the next topic, my dude. Like,
Oh
what we
my
talking
god.
about?
I'm not gonna
Yo.
lie, yo. First Gears of War looks like a horror game. Like, y'all say it's not scary. That gave me nightmares because I played that when I was like younger.
I don't know about that. I don't that's probably the only moment that like really gave me panic. Not horror or anything, but
What I
panic.
liked about it was like, it's like it was just always dark and everything like that. So that's why I was just like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. That's true. Yeah, man. But I want to see Berserker back in the next Gears of War, bro. With Unreal Engine 5, set the ambiance
Yeah,
right, make sure everything's nice and dark, and you just put us in like a crazy ass like Indiana Jones type situation where like we're trying to run away from it and the multiple berserkers are coming at us. Like, yo, just give me that experience. I feel like Berserkers, y'all could have utilized that more throughout the course of Gears of War, and it just didn't happen.
Definitely.
So very underutilized character.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know what he's talking about, y'all. Just throwing that out there.
Oh man, I wish, yo, that would have been one of the perfect moments to stream, like back in the day.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
god,
was pre.
Man.
yeah.
How old was we? Like, shit.
Well, I think Gears of War 1 came out in like what, 2006?
Uh-huh.
So I remember, man, like I would play it at my uncle's house. Yeah, I would play
We
it
were
at my
fresh out of
uncle's
high
house.
school.
And like, yeah, that shit gave me nightmares. Playing at my uncle's house.
Damn, that's
Damn,
that's
we were like younger because it makes me feel better to say that we were younger when that occurred.
Yeah, yeah, I got like 5 plus. So
we
I
were
was still
fresh
middle
out of
school.
high school. We weren't in high school.
Wait, no, it wasn't fresh out of high school.
I think we were out of high school by the time we played
Uh,
that, because I don't think we played it when it first came out.
Yeah, but I wasn't 18 when this happened. It definitely wasn't that. I wasn't that old.
He's trying to make it sound better, you know? He's trying to
Really?
find excuses.
Was it? That wasn't even it. That's literally when I was 18. I had moved to Rhode Island in the middle of that senior year.
I didn't think you had an Xbox yet.
I don't remember when, but it definitely wasn't 18. It maybe might have been like 14, 15, something like that, I think.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it happened.
Shit.
I believe you, Michael.
Did. No, it did.
Oh man. All right. Well, it's all good.
I whooped his ass. Let me tell y'all. I was like, what, Berserker?
After you got trampled. All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our main topics here. All right, so as Manny had mentioned, we're talking about the new Call of Duty. We officially got an announcement of Modern Warfare 2, even though we all knew it was coming. Infinity Ward had already confirmed as much, but we got an official logo and official tweet and whatnot. Not too much information outside of that. So, you know what that means. We got to let our imagination run wild here, guys. We already talked about Ghost. Ghost has been teased in some of the promotional material, some of the teasers leading up to that logo reveal. But what are you guys expecting to see from this game? I think we can all expect that Warzone 2 is coming down the pipeline because that's they've said as much. So, Chris, I know you are one person who really, really fell in love with this Call of Duty 2019. That kind of, I guess, kind of set you on a different course with FPSs. Very interesting. So,
Yeah.
what are you expecting to see from this game? What are you hoping for? Warzone 2 as well.
So for me, I'm super excited because, like, if I'm being 100% real, it's gonna be my first time being able to buy a new COD game in like 2-3 years.
Mhm.
I peeped the other ones and like I almost bought Vanguard and I was like, maybe if it was like $20, I'd buy it. But I listen, that Modern Warfare be busting. Tell y'all, man, that shit. I don't know why. To me, that one is just leaps and bounds ahead of the other versions of Warfare. I mean, of Call of Duty. Just it's more realistic. It's more gritty. It's more It's more my speed. I like it a lot. Completely like Black Ops or whatever else. I am hoping that they're just gonna keep Warzone as much as possible its own thing and don't do any more of this integration shit that they did with the last 3 years of Warzone. That didn't really work out too well, I don't think.
I think that shit ruined Warzone, in my
It
opinion.
just bug wise, every single time that new game came out and they tried to integrate the new weapons from that other game, it created a lot of bugs and a lot of balancing issues. And then it also kind of like made the past guns that you spent all this time unlocking the attachments and shit for kind of feel irrelevant. I mean, like a person like me, as soon as I got Modern Warfare 2019, I was a little bit behind the eight ball, like weapons wise. So I had to bust my ass to get these weapons the right way, and then like I get them there, and then it's like Black Ops score. You know, it's just a little annoying on that level. I know there's a lot of people out there hoping for quieter footsteps, and you know, here, hot take, y'all. I never really thought the footsteps were that much of a problem. Boom, I said it. I know, I get it. Everybody's gonna probably be mad because people swore up and down this was the thing that ruined 2019. The footsteps. I'm like, bro, I get it. They are a little loud, but everybody was dealing with it. And if that's the thing that's messing the game up, that's fine. I think the doors in 2019 were way worse of an issue than the footsteps, and like how I gotta look at that. So yeah, man, I'm excited. I might buy this shit on day one, depending on what it looked like. Um, I'm hoping, like you guys said earlier, you know, with Manny's answer, that they do flesh out some more of these characters a little bit more, maybe make me want to actually go through the full campaign. Um, the last thing I think I also expect to see is that they tested a lot of different like mini game modes within like Battle Royale and Plunder and all that kind of shit throughout the course of the Warzone lifespan. I think a lot of those mini game modes are going to be becoming more permanent staples. Like, I think they're going to give us a lot more options of what we want to do from the jump that are just always there. Because right now we have Plunder and we have Battle Royale, and then they kind of tweak and do whatever they want to do in between that. I think, yeah, going forward, things like the zombies modes and all that kind of bullshit will be, if not permanent, definitely stick around for a lot longer than they actually do. And yeah, 2 years of this, I'm here for it. I played Modern Warfare 2019 for a little bit more than 2 years. Uh, yeah, I'm here for this. I'm hoping it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
What happens?
For sure. I think even me as, you know, notoriously not a huge Call of Duty fan, like I'm very much looking forward to this because we're pretty low on shooters right now, guys. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Battlefield was a massive disappointment. Although apparently they're working on a whole bunch of updates that are supposed to drop over the summer or whatever. I do think there's some hope for that game because supposedly it's going to go into Game Pass. It may get a slight resurgence there, but like it missed its opportunity to be the, you know, the thing that really hits. You know, I think we've been playing Rainbow Six Siege. We went back to that game recently, just because again, there's like a lull in like shooters, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
competitive shooters. I know, Manny, you've been playing some Fortnite and whatnot, but I don't know. For me, it's just like I need something. Like I need some sort of shooter. Halo got stagnant. You know, we'll see what becomes of that new mode that's rumored. We'll talk little bit about that later. But yeah, we need some Call of Duty, guys. We need some Call of Duty back in our lives. Manny, what are you expecting from Modern Warfare 2?
I gotta clear my throat for this one. Game Pass day one. No, no, I wish, but I don't think that would be the case yet until it's
No,
official.
that's definitely gonna. I think that's
You think
definitely
so?
going to happen.
Because I mean, I heard it's not going to be official until like what June 2023 though, right? Like the whole
No,
buying.
so they said I wish I could find the quote, but from what I remember, it said that it will finalize within this fiscal year, ending in
June
whatever
2020.
2023. So like within that fiscal year, that's the time frame that it should finalize. So it could finalize before that, you know, 2023 time frame. It could finalize right at that time frame, but I think we're gonna see it a little bit sooner than expected. I know that whole active. I think just this week the shareholders all approved the merger to go through, or the acquisition to go through. I think at this point it's just the FTC is like taking a closer look at it because
It doesn't matter.
politics, really, that's really
Politics, yeah.
all it's about. Because there was some outlandish ass comments that were being made by certain senators about how like this could you know how this acquisition could affect employees' work environments and this, that, and the other. It was like, are y'all actually paying attention to what's going on? Because y'all can't possibly be paying attention to what's going on. There's no way you're
They
gonna
seen
sit
the
there.
acquisition, but like they
Yeah,
don't know nothing about gaming.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's funny because a lot of the things that they said are actual concerns for most acquisitions. This acquisition in particular, that makes no sense. Like employees' work environments were worse under Activision. Microsoft
Yeah.
is literally one of the best employers in the world. As somebody who's worked for them, like and obviously the statistics that are out there, they are constantly rated as the best work environment to work for, best work life balance, so on and so forth. No, you gonna tell me that Activision getting acquired by Microsoft is going to make their lives worse when you got all these sexual abuse scandals and this and that and yeah. No, no. So when you actually get into it, you know, when the FCC really starts digging into different things, they're really not going to find anything. You know, at this point, they might try to make an example of Microsoft, but I think that the biggest thing that's been brought up from the FTC and from different senators is how Bobby Kodak's treatment has gone, right? Like they're saying he's getting basically a golden parachute. There's no conversation about whether or not he's going to be kept on after the acquisition goes through. But I think it's pretty clear that they're going to let him go. So he does kind of get off scot free. But like, I don't know. At the end of the day, what are we more worried about? These employees in their work environments or Bobby Kotick? Like, I don't want him to get his golden parachute either. But I don't know. Some of the conversations
Yeah,
around that stuff is just getting a little silly for me. So
silly Willie.
yeah.
Nah, but so yeah, I mean if we do get a Game Pass, they would have great. Also, you know, I'm excited for the campaign. I know not a lot of COD players really do like the campaign, but me personally, Modern Warfare 2019 has probably like been the best campaign for like the last um probably since BO3. I think BO3 was a solid campaign as well. So like just to have like a nice Modern Warfare storyline again, like I feel like they always hit it no matter what it is. So I'm excited for that. The multiplayer, of course, back to modern weapons. I mean, I think at this point everybody just hates like World War II weapons. Like, no offense to them, but like we just seen so many of it within the last 10 years that like it just it burnt out of it. We just want something like modern, fresh. Even
Mhm.
Future would probably be better than that. And it's sad to say because like we were hating on Future for a little bit, and now they went back in time for it. But like you know, like I said, fresh weapons. Can't wait to see what the the engine's gonna look like. If it's gonna run somewhat similar to this one, or if it's gonna be a completely whole brand new engine. Hopefully, no slide canceling and stuff like that. Um,
But you love slide cancels.
nah, I mean, I could do it, but like, you know what I'm saying? I swear, the movie be getting a little too ridiculous sometimes. Like, I'm good with, I'm good when it comes to Modern Warfare. Like, I hopped in Warzone like the other day and I caught a victory in my first match and I deleted the game because I was like, all right, that's it. So,
Wow.
but like, like other than that, I'm just like, like we've been dealing with the same engine for like the last 3 years technically with Warzone because that's what a lot of people play nowadays. So
Mhm.
hopefully something fresh though. Do like, start off Warzone 2 when that comes out in 2023. But like, just to get a feel for it. I do miss like, playing Search and Destroy with the boys. I swear that's like where we get the best moments because like just seeing
Facts.
like one of us clutch it, just I swear that always hits different.
That's
But
basically Siege, yo. That's basically
it is
yeah.
basically Siege, but like I don't know. I love Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Call
no,
of Duty
for
like
sure, no
fast
doubt,
space and everything like that. Siege
no
is more
doubt.
like tactical.
But I'm
So
saying like Search and Destroy is probably the most tactical version of Call of Duty. So like it's to me like I always
Mm.
feel like they play very similar to Siege. Although the movement is what makes all the difference for me with Call of Duty. Like I would prefer Call of Duty in most situations to Siege, even though I do love playing Siege, only because of the movement. Like
mhm. I
it's
feel
just different.
I feel like that's like one thing that Infinity Ward or Activision and their Call of Duty games always perfects is like movement and everything like that. Like I'm sure Vanguard has great movement and everything, but like I said, it's just like the gunplay and the time period. Like nobody wants to go back to World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that, and it's sad to say, like like Cold War was like decent. I'm not gonna like shit on it because I played a little bit of that as well and I enjoyed it, but it just wasn't like the same hype that we got from Modern Warfare. I mean, like we're on that every day for like at least a month
True,
compared
it's
to
true.
Shit, I think it was more than a month.
yeah.
It was out here.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. We were playing the shit out of that when it first
Yeah.
dropped. So with all that being said, kind of pivots into our final topic. You know, we obviously addressed it a little bit with the whole Xbox discussion, but this week, Microsoft officially announced the Xbox and Bethesda showcase that's going to be coming on June 12th. So this would have been their E3 showcase if E3 was going to be a thing, but it's obviously not. Um, a part of me feels like if this deal goes through, this Activision deal goes through, even if it doesn't go through yet, I still part of me still feels like Modern Warfare 2 is gonna be on the stage and potentially be announced for Game Pass. The only thing that I can see that would stop this from happening, stop it from being at the showcase, is if there's any residual deals left over with Sony, where
Mhm.
like Sony gets first dibs on showing the game off and any of that type of stuff. But other than
Yeah.
that, that's like the main thing I'm really expecting from the showcase. Like I'm really excited about. That's kind of why I tied the two stories together in the episode. But alas, Xbox in general, they really bring it with these showcases recently. So with that being said, I know we got Starfield coming up this year. Redfall is something we're supposed to be seeing a little bit more of. What are you guys expecting to see from this showcase? I can tell you, for me, the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is some sort of update on Perfect Dark. Y'all know I love me some Perfect Dark.
Mhm.
I just want something. Now that they're working with Crystal Dynamic on the game, like even if it's just a little update, because I understand the game may be getting pushed back or whatever, what have you. But I want to see first gameplay footage. I want to get an understanding of what we're working with in that world. I want to see Joanna Dark for the first time. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. But Manny, I'm gonna let you start off this time. So, Xbox Bethesda Showcase, June 12th. Guys, we'll be live streaming that as well. So make sure to check us out when we do so. But Manny, what are you expecting to see from that showcase?
I'm hoping we get something Gears of War related, whether that be Gears of War 6 or even like a remaster of Gears of War 2 or 3 or something. I need it. And like I don't know, I just feel like Gears of War 5 just didn't hit as much as like at least Gears of War 4 did because like I played the game, I enjoyed it for a little bit of period of time, but just like the multiplayer just kept on feeling the same. I feel like they haven't really like dabbled in too much, like compared to like the other mode they have. I forget what the other mode was, but I know they like showed a lot of love to that one too. But I'm definitely excited for like another Gears of War. If they do come out with like a Gears of War 2 mastered, like with like possibly Unreal Engine 5, just to hold us through for like the next year or two before Gears of War 6, I'll be perfectly fine because Gears of War 2 is like, still a great ass game. One of the great stories too.
Mm.
So I'm hoping to see definitely something for Gears of War. And one thing I do have, wonder if it's gonna be like how Halo was, where it's gonna be like a free to play for multiplayer and like a live service kind of thing. Which I mean, it would be beneficial for the game so that people can hop on and play it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if to do like a season model, hopefully like they would be on top of it, like with like updates every other month kind of thing and not like how Halo was with like we got it and then it's like now May we about to get our first season 2 update. So hopefully if they do go with that, that's how it is.
So that alone, what you just mentioned, is exactly why I don't think we're going to see Gears of War six,
Yeah.
whatever the six, right? Six is the supposed to be the latest one that's coming. That's exactly why I don't think we're going to see it. I think that Microsoft is going to be, and specifically this team at the coalition, because I think they're very big on like, we're not going to release a game until it's ready, right? They will
Mm.
take as much time as they need, perfect the game, and then release it. I don't think we're going to get a Halo situation here, largely because I think the biggest issue that hindered Halo, and I think is still hindering it, is the fact that they built a brand new engine from the ground up, whereas the Coalition is working with Unreal Engine. It's like even though it's Unreal Engine 5, the components, the way it works doesn't seem to be that much different for most developers. So I think they'll have they'll get up to speed on it very quickly, and it doesn't hurt that they're helping Epic to develop the engine. You know, they had a lot of input in that Matrix demo that came out and whatnot. They helped Epic with optimization on Xbox, so it seems like they already kind of have a good, at least some understanding of the engine. So I don't think we're going to have the same type of issues we're going to get with Halo. I think they'll actually be able to push out content at a steady stream, and I don't think we'll have to worry about that. But I don't think the game we'll be seeing the game anytime soon. So at the most, maybe we'll get a teaser. But
Yeah, that's why I said I hope to get like at least a Gears of War 2 remastered.
yeah, I was just gonna say. I think the thing that's the most likely is like a Marcus Phoenix collection or something like that. Like kind of how they had the Master Chief collection. I think it's very likely that we'll get that, and they'll just remake all the Gears of Wars except for the latest one, except for 5. Maybe just remake all of those and put them in a collection and have like a, I don't know, like a sister team or like some small portion of their team working on that, and then to keep the main portion of the team working on the next Gears of War, or whatever big project that there's still that rumor floating around that they're working on a Mandalorian game. I don't know how true that is. I feel like it's kind of a shot in the dark. Would be dope as fuck if they were making a Mandalorian game, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they're full speed ahead on the next Gears of War.
Mm-hmm.
But Chris, what do you think, man? What's your prediction for the show? Big thing you want to see?
I got a couple, man. Like I really I want to see some Redfall stuff, but I from what I remember, they said Redfall is like a looter shooter, right? Like it's got looter shooter aspects to it. I think I remember hearing that. If I'm wrong, don't come for me, but I really think I remember that.
I think it was like sorry to cut you off. I think it was more like it kind of looked like an Evolve kind of game where like you got 4 players with you, and then like there's one person that's like the main Dracula dude. Well, I could be wrong.
I do remember there being like some elements of like a, not, I don't know, a looter shooter maybe isn't the best word for it, but I guess it's the only one that we have. I do remember hearing that, but I don't know what that means in context of a game that looks like this, because it does look like it's an evolved.
That's why I want
to
see it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? How does that work? Show me more.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Honestly, I'm really here for these though. Like, I want to see primarily something for Fable. You gotta show me something for Fable, and then I think I'm more excited for Obsidian's like presentation more than any of the other ones. Simply just for Avowed, like that's my game. I'm really waiting for, y'all. Like I've been waiting for this. Like I've been looking at this glowy ass hand in the thing for mad long now. Like it's I need this game to come out, especially now. You know, I know everybody else is super into Elden Ring, and I have barely gotten to even sprout any hair on my nuts in terms of my Elden Ring status. But I'm itching for an RPG that I can dig my teeth into. And Elden Ring, I just got to come back to that whenever I done built up some gall. But I already know Avowed is gonna be my speed. That's gonna be my thing. My one caveat though, because I'm looking for Avowed, but I'm also looking for Outer Worlds 2. The one I'm hoping that Obsidian does though is take their time to differentiate it a little bit more. So with the first Outer Worlds, right? Loved it. Thought it was a great game. I thought great, a lot of good qualities to that game. However, they need to do more to make it not feel like a Fallout game, right? That's how I kind of felt about it. And so I'm just praying that this Avowed game is not just a Elder Scrolls like type game. Like, please do something to it to make it feel different from what we're gonna get in Elder Scrolls 6. Because I don't want another Skyrim in Avowed. I want Avowed to be Avowed. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, I don't know what else I could be too much excited for. But that Avowed, yeah, I need to see what y'all doing, man. Like, what is going on? Please, what is going on? And like, I think Outer Worlds 2, that's getting released as an exclusive now, right? Which is trash because that sucks for them, you know. You want to continue to still play it on Xbox, that's trash. But yeah, I hope that game really takes a leap. Because that little thing that they showed us looked pretty fucking good, man. Even though I'm not sure if those were like in-game engine graphics or whatever, but
It was
good. All right,
yeah,
there you go.
it was just supposed to be like a tone setting piece or whatever. Like they threw it together relatively last second because the game had just got greenlit. So I don't think we're gonna see that game for a while. But Avowed, I'm fully
Yeah,
expecting
I
to see
need
that
that.
there.
I need that. Like, come on, bro. Like, just show me something.
Yeah,
Something.
facts. Facts. I'm with you on that, man. I'm definitely hoping we get some more surprises. Bethesda's always working on something different, something new. I'm hoping we get like maybe a Deathloop sequel or something. That would be very, very cool. Although it seems like the way that game's structured, I don't know if we could get a sequel, maybe more like a spiritual successor or something that like works in a similar vein. Like Arcane Leon, I feel like they're just very inventive. Like I think who is it? So there's Arcane Leon and there's Arcane. I forget the other one.
I know I'm bad with names, honestly.
Yeah, but they split them. They split them into two different studios. So there's one is Leon, and I just can't for whatever reason remember the other one's name. But I think the other one is the one that's working on Redfall, and then Leon was the one who made Deathloop. So I want to get a tease on whatever the other company is working on next. But the one other thing I did want to bring up, since we were talking about Halo and kind of how it died off, there's been a rumor. This rumor's been going around for like a couple of months now. Is this Halo Battle Royale thing that's supposed to be
Yeah.
coming together? Now, initially, it was just like, we all think that they should be a battle royale, but now it seems to be something a little bit more tangible. I think the code name they're going with is Tatanka or something along those lines. It's supposed to be like a PvPvE battle royale type of situation. I just I don't know what to expect from it. The way they're describing it is it's kind of like Call of Duty Warzone, where it's like a separate standalone thing that doesn't necessarily tie into Halo Infinite storyline or any of that type of stuff. It's just like this is something that we're making. I think Certain Affinities is making it independent of 343. I just want to see that. I want a teaser about it. Just give me something. Because at this point in time with Halo, we talked about it a number of times. You have to just start giving us more information because everything's getting pushed back. Co-op got pushed back, Forge got pushed back, like all the staples of Halo that we were expecting to see got pushed back. You need to start giving us information. If you're gonna keep pushing stuff back, I understand it's tough. I understand, probably still dealing with some stuff with COVID and whatnot. Obviously, you're working on a new engine. Like we understand all those things. You have to start giving us more information. You cannot go dark. A studio like that with a franchise that big, you can't go dark. You have to give us more information. So I'm hoping, even though we're getting this new season coming next week, I believe, even the things that I saw in that new season, it was like none of it was like enough for me. I think we're only getting one new map.
Yeah, two
Now,
new modes that should have been there.
yeah, modes that should have been there from day one. There's like a last Spartan standing mode that people were kind of saying is like their BR light, which I'm like, all right, that's cool, whatever. But like, we need something bigger than that. We need like a real splash. This Tatanka could be it. Could be that thing that really gets people revitalized on Halo, considering it's already a free to play game. So people may just check it out, just see what it is, and maybe who knows, maybe they'll like it. I don't think it's gonna get to
So,
the heights of Call of Duty World Warzone, but at least get the player base enthused again. I'm really looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing something like that from Halo. So we'll see, man. June 12th, definitely.
June
It's
12th.
it's a ways off, guys, but we're excited. We're here for it. I'm sure we're gonna get a whole ton of rumors and all types of crazy stuff popping off in the next couple weeks. But yeah,
Yeah, man. It's funny. We didn't even mention Starfield stuff, even though I know that's coming.
oh
But
yeah,
like, we didn't even talk about that. That's insane.
yeah.
Tells you how much shit they got on the horizon.
They got a lot. They got Hellblade, obviously, and then whatever else that Ninja Theory is working on, because there's that other game that they're working on in tandem with Hellblade. Yeah, no, there's a lot, man. Like you guys said, Fable, Perfect Dark.
What about the Kojima stuff? You think that might be into?
I hope so. I really hope so. They just announced this past week they've had over 10 million games streamed through Xbox Cloud streaming. Kind of hinting that they're definitely planning on expanding on that a little bit more. That Kojima game is going to be one to look out for sure. I'm hoping we get that. They made a whole separate cloud division. I just want to see everything. Xbox has a lot of stuff. Like we haven't gotten any real news this year from Xbox, with the exception of the the acquisition. Um, and that's another thing too. Like if that acquisition pops off, like if it actually gets closed before this showcase, which I don't think it necessarily will, but let's say it does, that opens the gamut for even more shit that they can show off. I think more than likely what will end up happening is if Activision has more stuff to show off, they'll just have like a different showcase. But Activision right now is all just Call of Duty, right? So that's all they really can show off. And yeah, I don't know, man. They got a lot of shit. It's just that simple. They got a lot of shit. They still got like we might be getting another Doom. Like they have teams everywhere working on everything, and then not to mention they still might be in the acquisition business. They're probably not going to get like a big, like another big Activision or Ubisoft or any of that type of stuff. But there's a rumor floating around right now that WB Games, like Rocksteady and all those other developers, like they're getting shopped around right now, and that Microsoft, Sony, PUBG Studio, EA, like all those studios are in the running to try to absorb some of those developers. If Microsoft gets another one under their belt, I can see them announcing that at the showcase too. Like it's just the sky's the limit for what they have to offer. And the same thing with Sony too. I mean, Sony, I think they've been dropping the ball in certain places. Like there's been some news about PlayStation Plus, this new PlayStation Plus that have been rubbing people kind of the wrong way. Like they're not allowing people to stack anymore. Like they just closed that off. Certain things that they've been doing with developers has been rubbing people the wrong way. But their sky's the limit for them too. They got a ton of stuff they got to show off. Still got to see Ragnarok. We still got to see Spider-Man 2, Wolverine. Put this new potential Uncharted game that's supposed to drop. Like we're in a really good place with games right now, and both of these platform holders, they have a lot to show off. So cannot wait to see what the summer's gonna hold, man. It's gonna be dope.
Mm-hmm. Give me Sunset Overdrive 2. No, it's
somebody's got to figure that out.
I know Insomniac has the. I don't know if they like own the IP rights to it. Well, I think
Microsoft owns the rights, but it's like you have to let Insomniac do it. So it's like
Insomniac, like when I played like Sunset Overdrive, like after playing Spider-Man, I saw so much similarities, and I'm like, yeah. This game said it, yo. Yeah. I don't care what anybody says.
Yo, you know what though? Imagine if they went ahead and made Sunset Overdrive, since Microsoft owns the IP, and if they didn't want to bring in Insomniac, that's probably one of the only other studios that I want to see, because they're so creative. I don't know if they actually no, they got the movement stuff down from Deathloop. Like some of the movement in that game is pretty good too.
Yeah, because I know Sunset Overdrive definitely like the movement was like the main staple of the game.
Absolutely. We'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, so it's a good place to drop it. We'll keep on our ears to the ground, see whatever the rumors pop up and whatnot. But we'll definitely be here June 12th to talk to you guys about it for sure. I think it's a good place to end it for now. So, guys, you already know. If you guys want to hit us up, all of our socials are down below, for each of us. And make sure to check out the podcast social medias at XPackPod on Instagram and Twitter. And then just find us on TikTok at Expansion Pack Podcast, guys. Thank you for watching and listening. If you are on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anything, please make sure to leave us a review. Helps us out a great deal. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. We'll check you guys out next week. Thank you again for watching and listening. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.